Mr Corbyn cannot sit as a Labour MP despite being readmitted to the party as a member. He was suspended 3 weeks ago for his comments following the Equality Watchdog report into anti-Semitism in the party. Current Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said in a statement, "I know that I will be judged on my actions, not my words. The disciplinary process does not have the confidence of the Jewish community." That became clear once again yesterday. Jeremy Corbyn's actions in response to the EHRC report undermined and set back our work in restoring trust and confidence in the Labour Party's ability to tackle anti-Semitism. In those circumstances, I have taken the decision not to restore the whip to Jeremy Corbyn. I'm joined now by Fiona Sharpe, spokeswoman for Labour Against Anti-Semitism. Hello to you, Fiona. Does the action of Sir Keir Starmer today suggest that he is listening to the Jewish community?
It's certainly the first step in demonstrating that he is listening to us. I think we have for too long had words and not had action, and I think that it is important that we see this step.
What about the reaction from others within the party? John McDonnell saying Sir Keir's decision was just plain wrong. Diane Abbott, both, of course, allies of Jeremy Corbyn, saying that this now raises serious questions about due process. There is a backlash on the left of the party.
Yes, I'm sure there is. And actually, that's not really my concern. My concern is that of the Jewish community. Both those people that you've mentioned are allies of Jeremy Corbyn. They have both denied the levels of anti-Semitism that the Jewish community has seen over the last 5 years. And I'm not surprised that they are defending him. But that is not for the Jewish community to sort out. That is for the Labour Party to decide what they do.
Sir Keir Starmer said in his statement that he will keep the situation under review. What do you expect that to mean?
I don't know. I honestly can't imagine that anything could change in Jeremy Corbyn's stance that would make him a suitable MP again. His statement yesterday was just enough to allow them to lift his suspension, possibly. But he's made very clear where he stands. He's made very clear what he thinks about the allegations of anti-Semitism are. He's made it very clear what he feels about the Jewish community. So I can't see that at this point he's going to change his opinion so much that for me and for I think many in the Jewish community, that returning the whip to him would be appropriate.
Sir Keir Starmer has pledged zero tolerance to anti-Semitism within the Labour Party. You've described this as a first step. What needs to happen next?
Well, I think that many of us were concerned about the disciplinary hearing that took place yesterday. The EHRC report made it clear that they felt that the disciplinary process was not fit for purpose. If that is the case, then why were they allowed to sit yesterday? What we want to see is that process being one that is independent and professional, and that there can be no political interference in that. We don't want to see this rushing through of cases now all of a sudden using a process that is not appropriate. So we would like to see these, we would like to hear from Sir Keir that he intends to bring in a new independent disciplinary process and that actually no more cases will be heard until that is in place.
So the pause button has to be pressed until that is in place, that those structures are put into action.
Yeah, very much so. You know, the Labour Party has spent the last 2.5 years dragging its heels on these investigations, looking into reports, and now all of a sudden they want to rush them through. That doesn't make sense. The EHRC report stated very clearly the disciplinary process as it stands within the Labour Party was not fit for process. It doesn't work. Therefore, it needs to be overhauled. Sir Keir has promised that he will do that. There is only another 3 weeks or so until the Labour Party has to report back and accept the recommendations or not of the report. And at that time, he can decide what kind of process he wants to put in place. And for 3 weeks, any more cases really should be put on hold. There should not be any more cases heard with this system that is broken.
Fiona Sharpe, thank you very much indeed.